sure.
All right. Shalom, Makyam. We would like to start off by giving our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakodash. Double honors to our apostles, the great millstone, Ruel, and peace and blessings to the house of David the elect. I'm Zahabin to my left. All right, today we're going to go into a topic entitled, and it's also a live stream. All right, Esau programmed us with a false reality, or his false reality was a hoax. See, every facet of living was a hoax, man. Yeah, you can start at Isaiah 60.
This the book, all right, of Isaiah chapter 60, verse 2. It said, "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people."
Yep, and what is that darkness, man? Are these lies being told through the media? Mm-hmm. All right, from you were being programmed from the time you were born, man. All right, what do you call it? TV programming. Mm-hmm. All right, you had 12 years of being lied to. Mm-hmm. All right, but every facet of existence, Esau has tainted, man.
Yep.
And
that's why, every sin of this man's educational, you go to the school, you're sitting down all day. Mm-hmm. It's really a position of being submissive. Mm. Then you go to church, you're sitting down the whole time. Mm. That's why we teach standing up. Mm-hmm. It's men, having discourse. You see, like a council, but they're sitting down, that puts you under, who's ever, teaching is in full submission. Mm-hmm. And that's how everyone is brought up in this society, man.
Yep, because the preacher doesn't break down the scriptures.
Nah.
You just accept him as a leader. Yep. And accept what he has to say.
Yep.
Same thing with the curriculum from the teachers. The teachers, they're not really proving anything. You're memorizing, you're not learning, you're memorizing.
They don't provoke no thought.
Yep.
Because you can't question, you can't do your own research and then question the teacher and say that was off, mm-hmm. dealing with this. Mm-hmm. You can't tell her Christopher Columbus was, a damn homosexual.
Yep.
And,
he wasn't the first one.
Yeah.
You
can't do those things, man. Why, man? Because, like you say, they painted, they instilled a false reality within us, from birth, man. Yep. Then K through 12, it was just a slaughterhouse, on your mind, man.
Then you're out of tune with the reality. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say this right quick before we get into the scripture. All right, this is how with Kevin Samuels, all these women are in the delusion. They all think they're going to get some invisible, high-value man. But Esau hit us with the success. Mm-hmm. He had us all thinking we were going to be a successful athlete, a successful rapper, or a successful street nigga. But then you were ignoring the reality around you that you could just be an average good worker.
Yep.
See, you see Esau, that's why it says in Revelations, she has the soul of men. Mm-hmm. Esau controls your mind. Mm-hmm. All right?
And finish it off. And it says, "But the Lord Yahweh Shai shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee."
Yep. And he shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I'm saying that thee is the elect.
Yep.
You see, because now, all right, we're speaking of a much higher glory than what was taught to us, in these different curriculums, man. All right? We wasn't taught immortality. We wasn't talking about rulership. Yep. Palaces made out of stones and gates and windows made out of stone, streets of gold, man.
Neither were we taught our past.
Yep.
We weren't taught our legacy.
Yep.
Part of our self-esteem comes from knowing where we came from. Mm-hmm. So we're put into this laboratory called a classroom, and contrarily, we were taught his legacy. Mm-hmm. All men are created equal, but the only great people were Edomites.
Yep.
Even with Christianity tells you it doesn't matter what color he was. It's not about color, it's about love. But the only representative of Christianity is a so-called white man portraying himself as the Messiah, man. All right, Esau, your false reality was a hoax. And furthermore, going into the medicine, all right, one of the biggest hoax was the doctor prescribing you with something that was man-made. Mm-hmm. A doctor diagnosing you with some bullshit, but then turning around prescribing you with something that was man-made. Do your research, man. The biggest hoax is you saying I'm hungry and you go through a fucking drive-thru, man. and eat a processed burger. Now, granted, things happen where you might eat, but that's not supposed to be a habit. What the fuck is candy? Show me Skittles on a periodic table, man. You're living in an artificial reality. That's why you're physically sick, you're spiritually sick, you're emotionally sick. A woman thought she could go on a date, but a woman thought she had the freedom to date any man she wants to because Esau said it. But then by the time you get to her, she's traumatized. She accuses you of shit like what are you talking about?
Yeah. Being destroyed. We see because the laws, it protected us from us, man. Which is the flesh. You see, that was the whole purpose that laws were set in place, man. Because it was a format for having temperance, man. For what? Being a productive nation. You see? And like you said, man, through Esaus's movies, through his music, you're constantly hearing this false reality, man. Even them niggas rapping, them niggas don't live like that, man. Them niggas ain't doing that shit that they doing, but they push their false reality, and Jake trying to make it a reality has destroyed themselves, man.
Yeah, every other Jake thinks he's a real nigga.
Yeah.
Literally, every other Jake has a street nigga complex.
Yeah. They try to, and then, how you know it, Jake try to portray this shit. Jake try to, play that shit out everywhere he at.
Yep.
Like, Jake at work be talking about niggas snitching and like, Jake, that's your supervisor. What the hell is you
that's
saying?
His job to report you.
Yeah, like, what the fuck is you saying, man?
Like, nigga, you at work.
Yeah, Jake be trying to really carry out their way of life everywhere he go.
And then Jake will work a 9 to 5 just to spend that money to portray himself as a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Like, you spending all that money to project to the world that you got this off the streets, man.
Yeah.
But Esau gave us that.
That mind frame.
He gave us that mind frame because he infiltrated our culture. He gave us he fed us this bullshit. Your own woman from your own nation, specifically your own tribe, thinks she's better than you. The average woman from who taught her that? Who taught her that, man? See, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah, we gotta untangle you from all this bullshit, man. All right, did you have something, brother?
This is the book of Job, chapter 10, verse 21. It says, Before I go whence, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death.
It's America, man. And America's the land of darkness, man. Because there's no light, there's no wisdom.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. You've been a part of Christianity for 50 years and you don't know Job 9:24. Nobody knows anything, man. You've been raised by lost people. All right, and the most important thing is your belief system.
Yep.
Because your belief system is going to dictate your actions. All right?
And that's why the Most High say he going to sake the time short, man. Because at this rate, the scriptures say no flesh will make it. Because we know Esau, with all his scheming and fucking with shit, he'll just destroy everything, man. But even if it was a long haul, the way people's minds are, population would die out because, like we were talking, women think it's an option to have kids. Like, how many kids you want? Like, that's not what you mean. You're supposed to have as many as you can.
And it was so heavy. Contrary to that, you have a period every month.
Yeah.
Everything in a woman's biology is to prepare her to be a mother.
Yep.
What did Esau give you? Birth control, other forms of contraception, the option of abortion.
Yep.
But this one thing Kevin Samuels was right about, or that I can subscribe to, that this not natural.
No.
For you to be working and your woman to be working, that's not really natural. And somebody got to get off early to pick up the kids. We live in a corporate jungle, like a corporate prison. All right, because really we're supposed to be more in a natural world.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the different states within the United States, Esau has the cities. It's like 2-3 major cities in each state where everybody is at.
Yep.
All right.
Because you go into a city population, like if you look into the population of Dallas, the true population of people that actually live there, will be like 1.2 million. But see, then they give a population by how many people commute there during the working hours. It's like 4 or 5 million. So you have millions of people, like you say, commuting to these cities, during the working hours. Like you said, it's like 2 or 3 headquarters for, the bigger states that have more, But like you said, man, this is not you know, the way Esau has formed society. This is synthetic. Because that's Esau nature. Everything he does is synthetic, like you were saying. You would rather eat a strawberry flavor now later than the actual strawberry.
Yeah, because you was talking about it in that spirit. I researched this a while back. When you process food and take the nutrients out and you concentrate the sugars, that's a drug. So what happens is your brain has been overstimulated. So what happens when your brain is overstimulated? You're numb to the natural flavor. Mm-hmm. That's why you can watch porn all day and then and be halfway excited with a woman. Or go one time with a woman and you're tired, but you can watch porn all day. That's demonic, man. Mm-hmm. You can eat candy all day. You can't trace candy back to the earth. Mm-hmm. But you walk right past the bananas, walk right past the strawberries, because Esau got you addicted to his synthetic lifestyle. Mm-hmm. All right? You can have sex. A woman can have sex with all types of men throughout her life, but she can't mentally, this generation of women can't mentally settle down for one man for the next 50 years.
Nah, that's it. There's what we say it's slavery.
It's a what?
It's slavery. They think it's slavery.
They think it's slavery. That's why Esau created this new paradigm where she could ride the cock carousel till she's about 40, then start to look for a husband.
Don't work like that. You know, with no kids, like I said, now we know, we in the time to just be, having seeds, trying to push, children out like that. Because we know we coming to the end of this thing, man. But for people that's just out here living, they have a mind frame like having kids don't matter. But then, or, the alphabet people, they pushing that. But everybody got here through a heterosexual relationship.
Yep, that's right.
What if your mother said, well, I ain't having kids. Mm-hmm. You, your brother, sister, none of y'all here. It don't make sense, man. This society don't make sense, man.
It doesn't, because Esau was more, he's pro lesbian, pro gay, pro pedophile, but the pro abortion, but the natural role of a man and a woman, that's the most controversial thing.
Yeah, or a man having two women. Yeah,
you can't have two women, but you could marry two women. You can make two women marry each other, and that's cool. But you can't be a man that has two women. But you can do it in the Roman way. You can have hoes. Yeah. You can have a threesome, and you can have all the order. That's popular. But you can't say, no, these are my two wives.
Yeah, I'm guiding this household.
Yep.
And I'm guiding this household.
Yep.
In righteousness.
In righteousness.
You up there with Bin Laden, Saddam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Male chauvinist, narcissist.
Yeah, helicopter flying over. Yeah,
man.
Well, on verse 22, it says, a land of darkness is darkness itself, without any order, and where the light is darkness.
And that's literal, because there's literally no order. The laws create order, but where there's no order, there's disorder. In the nature of America, the wild, wild west, everybody goes off instinct.
A 5-year-old, they're trying to push for a 5-year-old to be able to decide their gender. But if an 18-year-old 12th grader have sex with a 11th grade that's 16, that's statutory rape.
How backwards is that? And Jake have been in prison like that. My senior year in high school, my mom told me, she was like, be careful. Just talk to the girls that's like closer to your age, because they'll deem it a statutory rape. You talk to a 10th grader or something like that.
But y'all in the same school.
We in the same fucking school. But you could be a homosexual.
Yeah.
You could be a homosexual all day. And it was funny in my school, the rule was to have your shirt tucked in. I guess because of gun laws or whatever. Like, but if you have your shirt tucked in, you could get suspended. If you walk around with a cell phone, you get suspended. But couldn't nobody say no when they saw two girls in the hallway kissing each other. We in fucking Babylon, man.
No order. And said, well, light is in darkness.
Yep.
Hey, because the darkness is esteemed here, man. Yep. And they push that as some type of light. You're brave. Mm-hmm. When you come out to be, a certain, one of the alphabets. They look at you as brave. Mm-hmm. And, what you had Michelle Obama talking to, Zaya Wade. Mm-hmm. Madness, man. But that's esteemed as light. That's applauded. And that's why the Most High just finna destroy this whole society, man. You think about, the missiles, you first come in, but now we understand perfectly
every day
why the Most High just gonna erase this whole landmass off the map, man.
Yep.
You know?
That's why I said I was destroyed with the besom of destruction. We're in a time, you could tell what time we're in based on the mindset of the people walking on the planet Earth. You could tell the harvest is right. Going back to Genesis, the 6th chapter, going back to Genesis, the 14th chapter with Lot, Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, but the mindset of the people was always perverse. It was wicked.
Yep.
And now this generation has surpassed that of the people during the time of Noah, the people during the time of Sodom and Gomorrah. All right.
I got a quote in Joel 3:13.
Yep.
It says, "Put you in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe.
Yep.
Come get you down, for the press is full, the vats overflow. For great," it says, "for their wickedness is great."
Yep.
Like you going into the wickedness has got so out of hand, man. It has to be an extreme judgment. You wonder why the judgment so extreme. You read the Bible, and it talks about all this judgment turning America into a desert. People eyes melting. Their tongue melting in their mouth. You see, famine. Why does it speak about all these things, man? Because the wickedness is so great, man, and there's so much confusion, man. This society couldn't reproduce itself. Esau turned the earth into the earth is degenerate.
The earth is a degenerate. Monsanto, perfect example. And the Spirit is on me to speak on medicine because that's one of the physical things that's plaguing the 12 tribes. Processed fucking food, man. The 12 tribes are addicted to processed food. Like those drinks, the 12 tribes love sodas.
Yep.
Show me a soda or the ingredients in the soda on a periodic table. You're addicted to synthetics. You're living in a biological body or organic body, but you're putting in synthetic material that your immune system doesn't know what it is, so it's creating a defense. You catching all types of diseases, but your pastor's not gonna tell you that.
Nah. This is on Job 13:4, since you said that.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, it said, "But ye are forgers of lies."
You're a fucking forger of lies. You forge lies through your media. You forge lies through your doctrine. Hence, indoctrinate, man.
What you were saying about the Rockefeller, about the medicine?
The David Rockefeller, what he did, it might have been 100, I don't know when he did it, might have been 100 years ago, but prior to the late 1800s, every doctor on earth knew that you prescribe a patient with plants. Every doctor knew that a patient is prescribed with plants. And what he did, he had people go all across America and have doctors basically prescribe, before he had that, he paid scientists to create chemicals to imitate the chemicals inside of plants. And he patented those synthetic chemicals. Then he had doctors, basically prescribe patients with those chemicals and called those chemicals medicine. But before then, everyone knew that medicine came from the earth. All right? The brother Qadar Al-Hayim sent me that article, man. All right? Before David Rockefeller, the whole world knew that you heal or restore a person through the earth, man.
And then you and Rockefellers, they was heavy into oil, and all the pharmaceuticals were oil-based.
Yep.
So it was all, these people put profit over health. All right? That's dumb.
Yep. And then the other hustle, I'm a mechanic, right?
Yeah.
And I tell you something wrong with your car, but it's me that's making something wrong with your car.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called the Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah.
We infiltrated the food system where you're eating poison. You're eating lifeless poison, meaning you're eating food with no nutrition, with additives and chemicals. All right, and then over a period of time, your body is dying and it creates diseases.
And Rockefeller owned the FDA.
But then he turned around and prescribes you the judge.
Yep.
Hey, like you said, they own the FDA.
I think one of them truthers called it the Federal Death Association, man.
Yep.
Because that's what it is, man. The shadow of death.
Yep.
The valley of death, man. This is it. And he pushing his life.
You don't even know. You so caught up in the matrix, in the entertainment world of pleasing your flesh, you don't even know that your body is fighting for his life.
Yep. I got two quick ones. This is a rock. 10 and 8. I mean, it's like 10 and 4. I'm gonna jump to 10. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and at due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Yep, because hey, that's a brother did that. I think it was Elder Yashawamba. He did that video. Jacob's hand is on Esau's heel.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the Most High is ready to set up one that is profitable, man. Because you were proven to be unprofitable, Esau. You know?
Verse 10, it said, the physician cut off a long disease.
And the physician is Yahushua. That long disease is Esau. But even on a lower level, a physician is somebody that uses earth to heal people. He utilizes the plants from the earth to heal people, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Giving praises to Yahweh Shema Shai.
Yep.
You know? But this, like I say, this is just a synthetic society, you know, that's destroying itself, man.
In every way, in every facet of your living, it's synthetic. There's no such thing as a boyfriend and a girlfriend. There's no such thing as, oh, we broke up.
Yeah, baby daddy,
baby mama. That's why you still be attached to your ex, because really that was your husband or your wife. All right, show me that shit in the Bible. And then you might tell a so-called black woman that you're supposed to be submissive, and she'll say, well, you ain't my husband. Well, if you're so adamant about the husband-wife thing, why the fuck you ain't looking for one?
Yeah.
If you so God-fearing, what the hell, why are you dating somebody?
Yeah.
Either you're a Roman or you a woman of the Lord, man. A woman that fears the Most High. Eve, the 12 tribes are in love with the Roman Empire.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Hey, they married to the system.
Yep.
See, Eve is married to the system because, you know, when it comes time to forward Esau's society, Eve get all the energy, her voice change. She even pulls some type of femininity from somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
But when it comes to dealing with her husband, man, you know, she morphed into, you know, the dragon with 7 heads. Yep. Like, goddamn.
Because, you know, and it's an element that Eve has with Esau that she doesn't have with us. Yep. And that element is respect.
Yep.
The Israelite woman doesn't see the black man with any so-called black man with any value. She doesn't value you. She doesn't respect you.
Yes, because there's also, I'm glad you said that, because that's another hoax, you know, that Esau pushed that every Jake in America is like an old dog.
Yep.
You know,
yep.
or Kodak Black.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, no, there's Jake, you know, that's very essential to this society, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of Israelite men that have different jobs in society that make the city you live in operate.
Yep.
You know?
Then they ain't gonna tell you that you living on the legacy of your fathers.
Yep.
Because most of the inventions that made America first world and convenient was by Israelite man.
Yep.
A Negro.
Yep.
A Hispanic.
Yep.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
But now you didn't got a little piece of paper called a degree, and you got a little office job. You looking down on that.
Yeah. You work in an office that was built by men.
Yep.
You know, but the independent woman, that's not a reality. It's false.
Yep.
All right.
You're independent of a physical husband.
Yeah.
But you're dependent of that system that provides you that comfort.
That synthetic husband. You know, which is the system. That's why when the system breaks down, that's why the value gonna go like this real quick.
Overnight.
You know, because they pedestal their women on, and then the way, you know, they look at men as nothing. Hey, it's gonna switch just like that, man.
Then the system turns you into whores.
Yep.
So when the economy collapse, it's gonna be free game.
Oh, you through?
It's over with.
You through? You know? Hey, it's gonna be it's gonna be. Prophecy is really a reality check.
Yeah.
When you look at prophecy, it's a reality check. You know, because everyone's living these delusional, you know, happy-go-lucky lives. You know. But no, prophecy finna be a reality check, man. Because when the grocery stores go shut down, how you gonna eat then? You know, just like in the ancient world, wasn't no grocery store. The Most High finna take everything back ancient world, man. You know, and that's gonna be the biggest reality check. All right, to these people, you know, that live deliciously, as the scriptures say.
And the ancient world is your people. Y'all living off the planet Earth.
Yeah.
Utilizing the Earth for your survival.
Yeah. A man was your protection.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Why do you think... I'm sorry, brother.
You got it.
No, I was going to say, why do you think we so strong?
Yeah.
Jake's strong as hell.
Yeah.
That's protection. Jake Jake get into a mindset to kill you to protect his family.
Yep.
Eve can't do that.
Yep.
You know?
And then you know, let's say Eve do all this arguing and nitpicking. You got to think, if your husband had to hunt, you know, then he had to be fit, you know, to protect. All right. your mind frame where he needs to be less stressed as possible because he needs to think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
Yep.
you come home from work and you come home to a goddamn war.
Yep.
You know, because the Eve don't see that value, but see all that false reality is finna get bust up through prophecy, man.
Real quick.
You know, when Esau slaughtered, you know, all these niggas in the projects and in the hoods, and you know, and you just women, because you already see it's set up, you know, for you women to be vulnerable, man. All that I don't need no man. That's finna be, you know, the hey, that's finna be the most ate saying in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Eve finna eat that shit, man.
Yep.
You know, I'm gonna finish this. And said the physician cut off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die.
Yeah, that's Esau. You're gonna die in the sense that you're gonna lose your kingdom, and the mindset that you played the earth with, that's gonna be dead too. All right, because every country that accepted your mindset, they had a terrible decline in something, man. A horrible negative impact, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like in China, they called her a leftover woman. A woman that hadn't been married after she was 27. She's called her a leftover woman, man.
Then a man is not productive. That's, in other society, you don't just walk around and be unproductive, man.
Yep.
You know, like you got Jake.
Hey, bear with us 1 second. I can, you know, Esau messing with our Urim and Thummim. You know how that go. But I just continue to speak. Hey, man, Esau, your little synthetic society is gonna, and that's the reason why people are gonna suffer the amount of terror they're gonna suffer, because it gave you a false sense of comfort. But you can't go to another piece. You can't buy another piece of land and replicate that comfort that Esau gave you, man. You know.
All right, this is Deuteronomy 32 and 32, because you saying that mind frame that Esau pushes, you know, destroys nations, man. You know, but when you go to Deuteronomy 32 and 32, it says, "For their vine is the vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah."
Let's talk about Esau's philosophies, man.
Yep. You know? And it says, their grapes are grapes of gall. Their clusters are bitter. Mm-hmm. Their wine is the poison of dragons.
Yeah, your wine is going into your philosophies. All right, because what does it say in Isaiah? They are drunken but not with wine. They stagger but not with strong drinks. Western philosophy calls you to stagger, man. Hey, these women are staggering. You know, I can't find a husband. Well, what are you looking for? How much does it have to make? $500,000. You having the kids? Well, I got 2. How old are you? I'm 38. Like, you're staggering. But I got my degrees. Mm-hmm. What size are you? Size 12? Like, come on, man. Like, you're staggering. And then they say a husband, but how should I tell the woman? You have 5 husbands.
Yeah.
Well, and she's like, these women talking about they're looking for a husband. You've been with 10, 15, 20, 30 men. Those were your husbands. You know? A ring on the finger doesn't make this man, going through the system and getting papers didn't make that man your husband. Sexual contact made that man your husband. Show me dating in the Bible once again. Right?
It said their wine is the poison of dragons.
You know, your career, and we're not knocking a woman in this modern world for becoming a teacher. Mm-hmm. But your Eve, your career is the most high. Mm-hmm. You didn't get on birth control, had abortion, so you had a goddamn degree, man. Mm-hmm. You know?
And it said their wine is the poison of dragons and the cruel venom of asps.
Yep. That's those lies. And if you really fear, because the average Israelite woman claims that she fears the concept of God, but you live a life that's totally contrary to the book you're reading, man. Mm-hmm. And it's not even deep breakdowns to tell you how to behave as a woman. It's right there in the scriptures. You know? But when a movement outside of your church changes the behavior of the people in the church, that means that there's no adherence to the doctrine. That's why your church is a hoax, man.
Yeah, because it doesn't deal with reality.
It doesn't deal with reality.
You got to think, nothing that Esau has that, like you say, nothing that this man teaches you, you know, you can go take and start a civilization with it.
Mm-hmm.
You see, with the law, statutes, and commandments, we can. You know, we could start a society like I was talking about earlier. Like when you look at King David, you know, he went from a shepherd to a king of a superpower nation in one lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
And what did he follow? The law, statutes, and commandments.
Yep.
He was conquering other nations, and when he was conquering other nations, he would spoil the women. And what did those women were used for? For building the nation.
Mm-hmm. Tools to build a nation.
To build a nation.
And they took pride in that.
He was using the earth. King David was using the earth. He was using things for their purpose, man. The land, he was using everything for its purpose, man.
Mm-hmm.
And became a superpower in one lifetime. What other king you see, you know, has done that, man? You know, because you can't even say Alexander the Greek, because his father was already a established king before him.
Yep.
You know,
he just built off that legacy.
Yeah, he built off that. King David started from a shepherd boy, all right, to a king of a superpower, utilizing what? The law, statutes, and commandments, man, and the favor of Yahweh Bashim al-Shah through faith, man.
Yep.
But you can't take Christianity over there in the Middle East.
Yep.
You gonna get your ass tore out the frame, man.
Yep.
You know, because you believe nobody should die.
Yep.
Ishmael gonna wear your ass out over there. You gonna die. That whole civilization you bring over there with that Christianity, man, they gonna get wiped out in a week.
Yep.
You know?
Somebody love one another, turn the other cheek.
Yeah, you know, as long as we, you know, oh man. You know, it's a way to live in the earth, man. That's what really the prophets is bringing back, man. Reality. The prophets is bringing back reality, man. All right? That's why even you had the guy, what's his name? Derek Jackson?
Yeah.
All right? He dealing with another woman. Why? Because that's reality.
Yep.
You a man with substance. Yep. You know?
And this woman don't care.
Nah.
I mean, she got a big palace, big mansion, you know? But that's his nature, man. And the irony with Eve's so delusional. Eve wants the popular guy. Yeah. She wants the guy that attracts all the women, but she wants that man to get with her and be loyal to her. Like, what do you? That's why it says, you know, that a woman not supposed to be an authority, man. No. You know? Horrible decision. Horrible, because you're fickle. Your nature is fickle. Yeah. That's why women initiate 70% of the divorces, because they're fickle. This is on 1 Corinthians 7:31. Yep. It says, and they that use this world is not abusing it, for the fashion of this world passeth away. Yeah, because the fashion of that world during the time of Corinthians, that's the Roman way, which is now. Yeah. Corinthians like a Las Vegas. Yep. You know? It was popping, man. But Apostle Paul, like, look, this ain't, you know, because Apostle Paul grew up, you know, under the law. You know, so him seeing, you know, the way that these people are living, he was like, nah, this ain't, you know, he knew what the kingdom of heaven meant, you know, the law, statutes, and commandments being forced in the earth. But he had balance. He was like, look, you here, you know, in current, so use the world, do what you got to do, but don't abuse this type of lifestyle. Don't get engulfed in this lifestyle, man. Yep. And that's why a lot of Jake, you know, get disenchanted by the word, because they try to make it fit in to Esau's false reality, man. You know, just like you seen IUIC and ISUPK get into their little altercation. What they were saying, this General Yohana block, that's a false reality. Yeah, because ain't nobody on that block paying tribute to General Yohana. Yeah, no store managers, no store owners are paying tribute to him, man. Like I said, it's a false reality. Yeah, Jake got that, my block, my hood. You know, you pay rent. Your grandma paid rent there. Your mama paid rent there. You'll never own nothing there. Yeah. You know? But Jake is in this, like you say, in this false reality, man. You know? And then also that false reality as if, you know, we've progressed and came so far. Yeah. You know? No, man. We regressed. Yeah, we was much better off right after slavery, man. Yeah. You know, I think the peak of Jake was like, you know, maybe the 30s, 40s. Yep. And then when Esau started infiltrating it with them welfare system. Yeah, with the welfare system, with the feminist movement. The feminist movement was really like a death blow. Yep.
integration, that was a hard hit, but that feminist movement, when he got Eve to bite that apple again, which was a doctrine, not, he drop off apples to Eve.
Yeah, got a gala apple.
Yeah, a gala.
Yeah.
She chewing, agreeing, Nah, it's talking about their way of thinking. When he dropped that off to Eve, that was a death blow, man.
And that was heavy because it took place in the garden, which was the central place on the planet Earth, right? So the Most High had laws for Adam, all right, so he could maneuver on the earth.
Yeah.
All right, so, but the laws, the Esau, that forbidden fruit, there was a way that was contrary to earth.
Yep.
So you can't live on earth with the ways of Esau. Because after a period of time, your people are going to die off.
Yep.
And the earth is going to die off.
It's been proven not to work.
Yep.
This man's way, this man's mindset in the earth, has been proven, not to work. Because now, even in the kingdom, nobody can say, well, we never tried another way. No, we tried everything. We tried all type of ways outside of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah, man. And they all led to death, man.
Yep.
It was just different ways to death.
And then we could get ready to close it up too.
Yep.
Within this kingdom, Esau gives you the liberty to try different ways within this kingdom.
Yep.
So you could be Kemetic, he could be a Muslim, he could be a Buddhist, he could be a Satanist, he could be an atheist. You could do all those things, man, and they're all proven failures to our people, man.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, all right, verse 1. It said, the word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains and shall be exalted above the hills, and all the nations shall flow into it. And many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, which is that government. All right, Mount Zion, those under Yahweh Shai, you're gonna have those 144,000 men, under them. You see, and that's going to be the government that runs the earth. It ain't gonna be no secret. We ain't gotta do no secret society. Yeah. Put up puppet leaders. No, man. We're gonna run the earth in righteousness, and it's gonna be straightforward, man. It said people gonna come to the government of Israel, and it says, and many people shall flow and say, come ye, and let us go to the mountain of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, from Jerusalem. Yep.
Hey, Easternization is coming to the planet Earth. All right, Hebrew colonization is coming to the planet Earth.
Yep. Reprogramming.
Yep.
And righteousness, man.
Yep.
All right. The Lord, the earth is finna, learn righteousness, man. Earth is finna go back to reality. Everything finna go back to its purpose, man. All right, the foods that you people eat as a luxury, no, they was created to have a job, and they're gonna do their job, man.
Yeah, because even the food, they have a job to benefit our bodies, man, and prevent those illnesses.
Yep.
Those illnesses are a result of we not having those proper nourishments in our body.
This is on Matthew 24 and 35, and this is how Shai speaking. It said, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. So this heaven, which is this current rulership, all right, of the dragon, this beast system, is going to pass away. All right, the earth in this current defiled condition, all right, it's going to be renewed. All right, this corrupt and defiled earth is going to pass away, from this form. You see, but the words, which is what? This is what we're going to govern with. All right, this is what we're going to govern with. This word, this will be the standard for eternity, man.
This is the Hebrew Constitution.
Yep. And it's going to establish reality, man. Women going to go back to being used for their purpose. Men are going to go back to guiding households according to their purpose, man. And nobody just going to be, here, doing them. Ain't no such thing doing them. You got to,
going live while you get a red light.
Yeah, eating Fruit Loops going, no, man. That stupid, silly shit is over, man. And missiles going to, expedite that, man.
Yep.
That's it, bro.
Hey, with that. We hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Once again, we want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honor to our apostles, a great millstone, we well. Peace and blessed house, David the elect. A Bible bow. Kwame Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.